Everybody, welcome back to this Let's Play of Final Fantasy II for the PlayStation. I am Drak, and let's get to blowing up this Dreadnought already, shall we? Last time, we rescued the princess who was being a pain in the butt and getting herself kidnapped, trying to rescue us. This didn't help us because now we had a second objective on the Dreadnought. We have fixed it. Now it's time to blow this thing up already. And in the meantime, we're fighting were-panthers. Because were-panthers are awesome. And of course, this were-panther is giving us trouble, but that's just because nobody can hit it, apparently. Oh, and look, we got a poison scroll. So, guess what, boys and girls? Maria has a new spell. And people are like, but wait, you didn't really care about poison last game. This one I kind of do, because there actually are some enemies that are hurt by poison damage. This is one of those weird games where poison is considered an element, so yeah, you might as well have it. The other one that comes to mind that does the exact same thing would be Final Fantasy IV, because eventually you get the spell Bio, and Bio, there are some bosses that actually have a weakness to it. And if we could just, stop doing that kind of level of damage, I would be totally appreciative of that. Make it look like I didn't level at all. And I know I did. Alright, that one's dead. Alright, and so while we're making our way to the engine room, I actually did get asked a very interesting question from somebody who watches this. Or watches these. So he's been enjoying the Final Fantasy Let's Plays thus far, but he wanted to know, okay, Final Fantasy has a main line, but they also have a bunch of little side games that have been constructed for each independent title. The way to look at it is, the main line is what are called the Roman numerals. So they're the ones that'll always get the shiny Roman numeral at their name, have the white screen, and a theme of the game itself. And so he wanted to know, how many of these side projects am I looking to take on? That's kind of a hard question to answer, but let's see if we can. First of all, I kind of want to go in order here. I have no problem with taking things on, but it just depends. The Roman numeral line was really all I was planning on doing. I only did Mystic Quest as kind of a 0, because for me, Mystic Quest holds a lot of nostalgic value. And so I wanted to do that, especially since it wasn't that hard to do. And obviously we've done 1, we have done 2. Yes, we will be doing 3, because 3 is available to be able to be done via the 25th anniversary. So is 4. 4, however, had a sequel, The After Years. Actually, it had 2, I think, technically. 1 game, and then 1 was like a little movie. Will I be playing The After Years? I don't know. And the reason being is, I have no problem doing it, but I actually haven't played The After Years myself. So, before I answer that, I would want to play it first, just to see how long it is, and whether or not it would be worthwhile. If I did it, I would probably make that kind of a side project, and it would launch right alongside Final Fantasy IV. Or it would launch somewhere in between. So I'm not against the idea, I haven't thought about it yet. 5 will be doing, 6, obviously. 7. Okay. 7 is where this gets really complicated, because there's been a lot of side games for it. One thing in particular, I think somebody was actually asking me and my partner Shadowblazer over on the Drak and Shadow channel if we had ever had any intention of doing Advent Children as a vlog. I don't know. We haven't even talked about it. So I would love to bring that up to him, but I don't have an answer on that one yet. As far as the games themselves, Crisis Core, I wouldn't have a problem with that. That might be an interesting one, because Crisis Core is, I think, the best, one of the best that that series of games has toted out. Dirge of Cerberus, probably not. I actually had no problem with Dirge of Cerberus. I know a lot of people did, but it is kind of tedious and not really... I would probably consider it, and the way I would consider doing it is that I would play Dirge of Cerberus and then I would play Crisis Core, because Dirge of Cerberus, in my opinion, had really only one objective to it, and that was to introduce a new character who is in Crisis Core. So, in that essence, he's a time travel. Wibbly wobbly timely wimey. I'm not getting in there. The other one also is Before Crisis. I would love to play this myself, but to my knowledge, it's not available anymore. I know it was available for mobile phones for a while there, but I've looked around for it on like my smartphone, and I haven't found it. So, I don't think it's available anymore. Plus, it'd be on mobile phones, so I don't know if I could record it. I would love to give my feedback on it, but again, I haven't played it. So, that's up in the air. And then we keep going down the line. 10-2, the official sequel. See, there isn't any offshoots of 8 or 9, guys, I promise. But 10 had a sequel. Would I play 10-2? I wouldn't be entirely against the idea. However, for people who watch Drak and Shadow, I would probably not complete it. I would try and find a way to give the good ending for it in another way. Not to say that I have done it myself, guys, but when I did it, even I looked at it and went, that was not worth half the effort I gave. So in that case, I would more do along the lines of, if people have seen on the Drak and Shadow channel, we did Jak and Daxter. I would do something along that line. I would try and get the 100% ending another way. That way people can see it. Because, really, the 100% ending is the most I got out of it. But no, I'm not against playing 10-2. It's a grind fest, yes, but its story's not that bad. 11. I know it's a Roman numeral, guys, but I don't think it can be played anymore. To be honest with you. I never played it, so because it was an MMO at the time, and I didn't really have access to a permanent internet connection at that time, so I don't even think you can play it now. And that's kind of the downside there. So I don't know if I'll actually hit that. 12. Duh. Yes, I will probably cover 12. I have my problems with it, but I know it is actually liked by some fans. So yes, I will probably take on 12. And if I'm going to take on 12, then guys, I'm going to ask you to bear with me, because I will take on 13. Because guys, 13's not that bad a game. I know a lot of people have beefs with it, and here's the thing. Gameplay-wise, I'm right there with you. In some of those cases. I do not think that the story was bad, though. So, I do like 13 as a whole. Because I've played worse games. And like their story. I will deal with horrible, craptastic gameplay as long as the story's good. And that was the case with 13. Would I play 13 too? I haven't even played it yet. Again, Giant Skaki Games. It's in there. But I haven't played it yet. And I don't even know about Lightning Returns yet either. So we'll have to get there before I concede to it. And so that's pretty much it. Like, am I going to play the Roman numeral line? Absolutely. If I take on offshoots, they probably won't be like in line with the actual Roman numeral. They will be, oh, I'm going to take on this offshoot, and it's just a little bonus episode. That's how I would do it. The other thing that also could be done with, since 12 actually was inspired by another series, the Final Fantasy Tactics games, would I tackle them? That one I'm probably not. Those are great games, don't get me wrong. They're really long, though, and it's really difficult to grind in them, so I might not take that on. I will have to think about it, but yeah, if I do, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, that's my plan thus far, and if there are any other games, and here's the thing, I'm not just planning on doing Final Fantasy. If I find another game series that I think people would enjoy, I will pick it up. I'm just doing Final Fantasy because it's classic to me, and it's how I got into RPGs personally. So I thought it was going to be a great starting point, and I still feel that way. Even though I'm in one of the games that I don't like. Sometimes in series you have games you don't like. Which this might actually spout off another question. What games are you planning on taking on? I haven't really thought that far ahead on it, because before I actually bring a game here, I like to discuss it with Alex or Shadowblazer 3000 on YouTube, so that we can discuss it whether or not it would be a worthwhile thing to bring to our joint channel. And if it is, then we might as well do it there, because then this might not be a game that Alex has played, and that's great commentary. And then if he turns me down, then I would probably consider doing it here. That was kind of another reason why Final Fantasy was done here. I knew that Alex probably wouldn't want to do that series. So, because Final Fantasy is huge. So at that point, I just decided to take it on myself. Who knows? Maybe I'll find a way to bring the Shadow Blazer on for an episode or two, just to see what he thinks. But I'm up in the air on that, just because we already have a lot on our table anyway. Because as people might have noticed, we have taken on the vlogs. We've got a couple of other ideas in the works. It's been busy, so. But I would be open to taking on other games. I just want to make sure that they wouldn't work as like a Drak and Shadow thing before I introduce them here. I am, however, looking to introduce a couple of other series to the channel. I have considered whether or not, since I can't, in an LP, I can't really go into detail about how I felt about the games that I've been playing recently. And I know a few people have had problems with that. They're like, you don't go into too much detail, and it doesn't really explain why you like or dislike the game. I have considered on doing, like, a legit episode explaining, you know, what I liked about the game, what I disliked about the game, so that might happen. The other thing also is I would like to get into legitimate video game reviews. And the only thing that's holding us back on that one is I am still backed up in my old stack. And on top of that, I don't have a new console, so now I'm kind of limited. I have a Wii U, but I don't have the PS4 or the Xbox One, and a lot of the major releases this year are going to be for those consoles. If there's something in between, yeah, I might consider reviewing it for you guys. And right now, this Hilgaigus is giving us a lot of trouble. Trust me when I say this, guys, we will meet these enemies again. They won't be that much trouble, thankfully. Oh, come on. There we go. Hilgaigus dead. And we also got an interesting new shield, because it was guarded by the Hilgaigus. And people might also notice we're getting a lot of magic scrolls. Are you going to equip them? No. Some of these I will, some of them I won't, but some of them sell for really good money. So I will probably just do that. Oh, that must be what I got, the ice shield. And so this will be a little bit helpful down the road. Might as well give some kind of a resistance. The trident also is going to be improvement to Gordon. Back to spears for him. And then the Titan's Helm is actually going to be an improvement to Gus, because as you can see, it benefits... Oh, wait, do I not give it to Gus? I think I gave it to Gus, or maybe... I thought I gave it to... Nope. No, I gave it to Furion. Okay, well, that has a priority to it, too. I want to help my healer. But as you can see, I've got a bunch of Berserk and Bolt Scrolls and all that. Yep. They're going to get sold. I'm not a fan of the spell Berserk, so I won't put it on my mages. But we should be getting close to the end of the Dreadnought, thankfully. And then just in case people were interested, for the Drak and Shadow fans out there, I hope you guys have enjoyed our new vlogs. We've worked very hard on them. For those who don't know, we have started doing movie vlogs. We only have like 3 episodes out now. We started with The Hobbit. Now our most recent episode is on Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit, at least from when this is being recorded. So we did Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit, and we also talked a little bit about the Oscars. So I hope you guys are enjoying them, because we like doing them, and we would like to keep that going if people enjoy it. I may try to take on my own movie reviews as well, because not every movie is Alex gonna want to see with. For example, like him and me wanted to go see Jack Ryan, but the movie that comes out next week, which would be I, Frankenstein with Aaron Eckhart, I might go see that on my own, just because Alex is not really all that interested. And that's not bad. You know, unfortunately, schedule is hard to work out. Plus, movie tickets are expensive, so that's probably why when we started up those vlogs, we actually did say there was not going to be a set schedule, because we really have to justify the movie, not only to pay to see the tickets, but to take the time and film our vlog and all that. And we may just not have the time that week. I'm a full-time student, plus working at my college, plus doing my own radio program, plus a lot of other things. And Alex does work a daytime job, plus does his anime reviews, so lots of time there. Speaking of, if you guys have not seen his most recent anime review, Shadow Blazer just barely took on the compilation of Batman movies before the Dark Knight, Gotham Knight. Go see it, guys. I actually agreed with a lot with Alex's opinions on it, and overall that DVD actually was very interesting to watch, especially just to see how anime creators viewed Batman, because you got some interesting takes, especially on the costume, which I liked. In some cases. There was one where he looked like Birdman, and I'm like, okay, don't know where you were going with there, but fine. Go for it. And I actually don't know what he's taking on next. I have gotten asked, are you in the know on that? Nope. It's his deal. And I'm just excited to see episodes when you guys are. And I will go watch them and have my opinion or disagree with Alex, and that's the deal. I might suggest stuff to him later, but we'll get there. And more undead, but I can now safely say, because I think this is the second to last floor, we are almost done with the Dreadnought. Yes! It's good news to hear. I know for a lot of people. Because this is kind of one of the downsides of Final Fantasy II, is some of the dungeons are just extremely long, and they don't need to be that long. Some of them are extremely short and felt like they could have gone maybe a floor or two longer. And there are some dungeons that felt like they could have ended a floor or two before. But that's okay, because we're almost done. Let's just see if we can get this bird down. Yay! We killed the bird, man! Ooh, we had a miss. That's not cool. But that'll be a kill. Yay! The only downside of this level in particular is that the way they make it a maze is certain areas are being guarded. And if you go talk to the guards, I believe it's an encounter, and they still don't move. And that's a pain in the butt. Woohoo! One werepanther down! I love the concept of werepanthers, because, like, everybody's come up with a were for something. There's werehares, there's werebears, there's werepanthers. Makes sense, right? Totally. I don't see where you have a problem with that. Alright, and there we go. That's the door we need. This'll take us to the engine room. Where's the boss fight? We fight Scotty! Not really. We fight his assistant, and then tell him to get down! No, we don't really do that either. Oh, one other game I forgot to cover in the Final Fantasy series. Will I play 15? I don't know. It's kind of far down the road, guys. Who knows where I'm going to be at that point. I wouldn't mind it. I'd want to beat it first just to see how fast it is. Also, I would kind of need a PS4. But I'm not against the idea. And now, I covered the game offshoots. People will notice I didn't cover, like, the side stories that have developed because of it. I.e., Secret of Mana, or Kingdom Hearts. Okay, here's my viewpoint on those. Secret of Mana, I'm actually considering doing with Alex. I'm trying to convince him because it is multiplayer. So that'd be really fun. Kingdom Hearts, I'm not saying no. Kingdom Hearts is a weird concept because not only is there the two games that came out on mainstream consoles, and if we were to do them, then we would probably take on the remakes, just because I want HD graphics. The problem is also that a lot of the continuity there is in handheld titles. That's starting to change, but there's still a lot of handheld titles there. So until I get a means to record them, like, for example, a DS or a 3DS title, can't really do it. I'm not saying I'm not open to the idea, I just don't have the tools. So let's get there before I announce that I'm going to do it. That and Kingdom Hearts is very complex. Alright, now we're just getting prepped up for whatever might be facing us in the engine room. Alright, and there's the engine. It seems to be the Dreadnought's engine, of course. Toss that bugger in. And there we go. The Sunfire was thrown into the engine. Boom, 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 boom. Now she can handle the power. Don't think you've won just yet! It's Batman again! No, it's not really. I'm gonna stop that joke now. What? Brother, could it be you? Wait, the other guy? We got no time for that now. We'll have to debate that later. Let's catch Sid's airship. That's a pretty big thing to catch. I get his point, but, you know. So are you saying that Maria's brother is Batman? Okay, I said I was going to stop the Batman jokes. I'm going to stop the Batman jokes. And now we have to have the evacuation sequence that's being horribly overdrawn. Come on, run! Even though they don't even look like they're running. And we have to go through every floor. Yeah. Final Fantasy IV did this better. 6 did this better. I'm just saying. Alright, so here's our nice little cutscene. That is some major belly issues. I don't think Tums can cure that. And there goes the Dreadnought. And we get out it just in time. So hooray! We saved the day! We won A New Hope! We've proven ourselves to be the chosen ones, I guess. No, not really. But yay, we won! We took out the Dreadnought. And conveniently landed right next to Altair. But you guys are going to have to wait for the aftermath on that until next week. So next week, we bring Princess Zelda home and we figure out our next objective. Till then, I am Drak, and this has been a Let's Play of Final Fantasy II for the PlayStation. See you next week.